Lies. We all tell them, but what if they're actually holding us back from living our best lives? Today, we're diving into a book that challenges us to confront the fibs we tell ourselves and embrace a more authentic way of being.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. What's the book called?
It's Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire, and the Wisdom of Spirit Dog by Tim Fraser. Now, I know what you're thinking, a self-help book with a dog as the main character, but trust me, this isn't your typical self-help guide.
I'm curious. What makes it stand out?
Well, it's this unique blend of fable, philosophical journey, and practical advice. The story follows Spirit Dog, an ordinary canine who embarks on an extraordinary adventure of self-discovery. Along the way, he meets various spiritual masters from different traditions, each imparting crucial wisdom about life, authenticity, and the human condition.
That's an interesting approach. So who are some of these spiritual masters that Spirit Dog encounters?
Oh, it's quite the lineup. We're talking figures like Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus, Merlin, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Socrates, Confucius, and Rumi. It's like a who's who of philosophical and spiritual thought. Each of these figures teaches Spirit Dog, and by extension, the reader about different aspects of wisdom and self-awareness.
Wow, that's quite a diverse group. What kind of lessons does Spirit Dog learn from them?
Well, there's a strong emphasis on the interconnectedness of all things. For example, when Spirit Dog meets Buddha, he learns about the nature of suffering and the importance of detachment. From Lao Tzu, he discovers the value of living in harmony with nature and going with the flow of life. And Rumi teaches him about the power of love and connection.
Those are some pretty deep concepts. How does the author make them accessible to readers?
That's where Fraser's skill as a writer really shines. He manages to distill these complex philosophical ideas into accessible lessons through Spirit Dog's interactions with these masters. It's not just abstract concepts, the book shows how these teachings can be applied to our everyday lives.
So how does this tie into the idea of confronting the lies we tell ourselves?
That's the crux of the book. Fraser argues that many of us live our lives based on false narratives we've created about ourselves and the world around us. These lies often stem from our deepest fears, fear of failure, rejection, change, and losing control. The book suggests that by recognizing and confronting these lies, we can live more authentic, fulfilling lives.
That's a powerful message. Does the book offer any practical advice on how to do this?
Absolutely. One of the things I appreciated most about the book is that it doesn't just leave you with abstract concepts. It provides practical exercises and further readings tailored to different life stages. For instance, it encourages readers to reflect on the lies they might have told themselves in childhood, adolescence, adulthood, middle age, and old age. Wow.
That's interesting. I imagine the lies we tell ourselves change quite a bit over time.
Exactly. And by recognizing these patterns, we can better understand how they've shaped our relationships and overall well-being. The book really emphasizes that this is an ongoing process. It's not about achieving some impossible standard of perfection, but about continually striving for greater authenticity and self-awareness.
You know, this reminds me of something I read recently about the psychological concept of cognitive dissonance. It's the idea that we often change our beliefs or behaviors to reduce the discomfort of conflicting thoughts or actions. Do you think this relates to the book's message?
Oh, that's a great connection. Yes, I think cognitive dissonance plays a big role in the lies we tell ourselves. We often create these false narratives to reconcile conflicting beliefs or actions, rather than confronting the uncomfortable truth. The book encourages us to lean into that discomfort as a path to growth and authenticity.
That's fascinating. So how does Spirit Dog embody these concepts?
Well, Spirit Dog serves as a model for the kind of authenticity the book is advocating for. Dogs have this amazing ability to just be themselves without pretense or self-deception. Throughout his journey, Spirit Dog embodies qualities like unconditional love, loyalty, and living in the moment, all things that we humans often struggle with.
That's a clever way to illustrate these concepts. Does the book touch on how these ideas might apply in our increasingly digital world?
Absolutely. In fact, Fraser makes a compelling argument about how social media can exacerbate our tendency to create false narratives. We're constantly bombarded with curated versions of other people's lives, which can lead us to create even more elaborate lies about our own lives to keep up.
Oh, that's so true. I've definitely felt that pressure to present a perfect image online.
Right? And that's where the wisdom of Spirit Dog comes in handy. The book reminds us to find joy in life's simple pleasures, to be present in the moment, and to cultivate deeper connections with ourselves and others both online and offline.
It sounds like there's a lot to unpack in this book. What would you say is the main takeaway?
Well, I think the core message is that we're not defined by our lies. We're capable of living authentic lives filled with love, connection, and purpose. But it requires ongoing reflection and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves.
That's powerful. Do you think this book could have a broader impact beyond individual readers?
Absolutely. I think if more people embrace this kind of radical honesty and self-awareness, it could lead to more authentic relationships and communities. Imagine a world where we're all a little more honest with ourselves and each other. It could be transformative.
Wow, that's an inspiring thought to end on. Any final words for our listeners about Liar Liar, Pants on Fire, and the wisdom of Spirit Dog?
Well, whether you're a spiritual seeker or just someone looking to live a more authentic life, I think there's something in this book for everyone. It's a reminder that the journey to authenticity is ongoing. So take a page from Spirit Dog's book, stay curious, be kind to yourself, and don't be afraid to wag your tail once in a while.
Ha 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 ha, I love that. Well, it's been fascinating diving into this book with you. Thanks for sharing your insights.
Thank you all for joining us on Gen FM as we explore this thought-provoking book. Remember, the path to authenticity starts with a single step, or in Spirit Dog's case, a single paw. Until next time, keep it real and keep listening.